The think box is so important because we have to review our act. We have to repeat it enough times. And the act of mental rehearsal really installs the neurological hardware in your brain. It primes the brain so you have circuits to use. Now, mental rehearsal also changes the body. You can take a group of men and have them imagine or rehearse doing bicep curls for an hour a day for 2 weeks, and add an emotional component called stronger, harder, more intense. And for 1 hour, they practice in their mind doing those curls. At the end of 2 weeks, there's a 13.5 increase in muscle strength. They never lifted a weight. Their body's changing by thought alone. So the person who's priming their brain and body through rehearsal, when they get in their play box, there's no thinking. They're just doing. There's just the act. In fact, the thought of what they're doing becomes the experience. They get lost in the act, and their analytical facilities, their analytical mind is out of the way, and they can sustain a state where nothing in their environment is going to move them from this state. They're in the feeling of what it would feel like to play well, and they hold on to that feeling. And when the conditions get tense, they actually do something different. They self-regulate, and they actually crave this moment of performance to be able to produce an outcome. And so there's no mysticism to this. It's just what people do when they get really into something is that we rehearse all the time. So people understand, if you take a group of people who have never played the piano before and you teach them one-handed scales and chords, and they come and practice for 2 hours a day for 5 days, at the end of 5 days, if you do a brain scan before and after, they'll grow circuits on the opposite side of the brain. No magic there. You learn something new. Learning's making new connections. You get your body involved. You get some instruction. You have an experience. Experience enriches the circuits. Repeat it over and over again. Fire and wire, and pay attention and stay present. You'll assemble new neurological circuitry.
By consciously directing our thoughts, we can create the experiences we want and actively shape our own reality. This notion is firmly grounded in the field of neuroscience, which has increasingly shown that our brains are not static, but rather constantly changing, adapting, and evolving in response to our thoughts, feelings, and experiences. This concept, known as neuroplasticity, forms the foundation of this revolutionary approach to personal growth. Yet, as amazing as our brain is, it can also be the source of our limitations. Our past experiences, both positive and negative, leave lasting impressions on our neural networks. These experiences shape our beliefs, our expectations, and our habits, often in ways that can hold us back from achieving our full potential. This is where our understanding of neuroplasticity and the power of the mind can help us break free. By deliberately and consistently choosing the thoughts we focus on, we can alter our neural connections and create new, more empowering patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving. This process, often referred to as metacognition or self-directed neuroplasticity, is the key to unlocking the full potential of our minds. So, how exactly do we begin to harness this potential in our own lives? First and foremost, we must develop a heightened level of self-awareness. This entails paying close attention to our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and recognizing the patterns that define our current reality. By becoming more mindful of our inner world, we can begin to identify the limiting beliefs and unhelpful thought patterns that may be holding us back. Next, we must consciously choose to focus on more empowering thoughts and beliefs. This may involve replacing negative self-talk with positive affirmations, visualizing our desired outcomes, or engaging in practices like meditation and mindfulness to help us cultivate a more constructive mindset. The key here is to consistently direct our attention toward the thoughts and beliefs that support the reality we wish to create. As we continue to practice this process, our brains will begin to adapt and change in response to our new way of thinking. This will in turn lead to changes in our feelings, actions, and ultimately our experiences. In essence, we are rewiring our brains to support the lives we desire. However, it is important to note that this process is not a one-time event, but rather a lifelong journey of growth and self-discovery. We must be willing to commit to this process and invest the time and effort required to see lasting change. As we apply these principles in our lives, we witness the transformative effects not only in our personal experiences, but also in our relationships, work, and impact on the world. Embracing these principles allows us to be intentional, present, and purposeful, promoting deeper connections, fulfillment, and success. This approach helps us overcome self-limiting beliefs and create empowering narratives, improving our self-esteem, confidence, and well-being. It cultivates a growth mindset, transforming challenges into learning opportunities and enhancing our resilience and adaptability. This journey of self-discovery and transformation requires dedication, patience, and persistence. By understanding neuroplasticity and harnessing our mind's power, we can shape our reality and achieve our desires. Remember, the power to change lies within us. Embrace these principles, unlock your potential, and unleash your greatest self. May this speech inspire you to explore the transformative power of your mind. Thank you for your time and attention.